The first teaser for Predator Badlands has just dropped. Let's break it down. Hey everybody, I'm KillJoy Jake, and I apparently can't pronounce the word Yuchia correctly. Y'all made that very clear the last time I talked about this franchise. Predator Badlands is the 6th entry in the Predator franchise so far. There's also an animated feature coming out even sooner than this one, called Predator Killer of Killers. This live-action entry to the series is set on a remote planet where a young Predator, outcast from his clan, finds an unlikely ally in Thea, played by Elle Fanning, and embarks on a treacherous journey in search of the ultimate adversary. Almost sounds like the perfect organism from another series that this one is tied to. Breaking down this trailer, we start off inside the Predator's ship. I can't see any xenomorph skulls this time, but I think that's definitely a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Our protagonist alien this time around is pulling out his gear from, I think, some sanitizing sand. I mean, I guess that stuff does get covered in blood, right? And gets ready to do battle. We get to see a few shots of our young Predator roaming this alien world in search of some gigantic beast, which we'll see later. And then approximately at the 26-second mark here, we get one of the coolest little Easter eggs that you might have missed. It's revealed that Elle Fanning's Thea character is a Weyland-Yutani robot. Now this is so interesting because Fede Alvarez, the director of Alien Romulus, the latest entry in that sci-fi horror franchise, recently said that he's working with Dan Trachtenberg, the director of this new film, on some sort of Alien vs. Predator project. Could this be set up to that? I don't think the alien references stop there either. In the next shot in the teaser trailer, we see a bunch of human soldiers, likely Weyland-Yutani, cornering our Predator character. This area looks incredibly similar to the Jackson Star Colony where the beginning of Alien Romulus is set. There is no doubt in my mind at this point, Badlands here is going to set up another Alien vs. Predator. Oh my god, this is so exciting. And then if you still weren't convinced somehow, in the next shot here, we have our Predator evading dangerous foliage. Now, admittedly, this isn't exactly an Alien reference like the last two things likely are, but this does remind me a lot of Alien Covenant that utilized something similar. Alien Covenant has like that weird flower thing that has like those little black spots that float up into the air, go into somebody's ear, and it like makes an alien inside of them. There's something about that that is so much more subtly disturbing than a facehugger. I mean, listen, a facehugger all day is gonna be the most iconic thing we talk about from the Alien franchise in terms of impregnating somebody with an alien. That's terrifying. But there's something about that in Covenant, man, that really gets to me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's me as a germaphobe being so terrified of things I can't see, and something like that just floating into my ear all of a sudden, causing me to give birth to an alien monster. That's pretty messed up. This feels like it's in the same vein, and also Alien Romulus utilizes things from that little Ridley Scott prequel duology. They also had a bunch of black goo in that movie. Now, another thing we've learned about Predator Badlands is that our main young Yuchia has been disowned by his people, so he goes to this planet to prove his worth, essentially. Fight this gigantic monster, which we'd see in a second here in this teaser. One of the most mysterious shots in this new teaser is an older Predator cutting off the arm of what I think is our young buck here. Or maybe somebody else that didn't make the cut. I don't know, but somebody is being thrown off of this cliff in a cave here. People and Predators don't usually recover from that. Once we see this big ol' nasty CGI monster that our Predator has to fight, we see that he's also a little CGI too. I know some people are so adamant about in-camera effects, but I kind of feel the same way about CGI VFX as I do practical stuff. If it looks like shit, it looks like shit. But it can be done right, it can look good. I think the mix of both is usually the best option. I know I have some Terrifier fans watching this video today, and let me tell you, those movies, pretty much every kill in Terrifiers 2 and 3 is some sort of mixture of practical and CGI. They love marketing those movies saying it's all practical, but there is VFX cleanup all over them bitches. And hey, that's all right. I don't mind the way this Predator looks at all personally. I think it fits the character too. We're kind of humanizing him a little bit, making him this like young guy that has to prove himself in this really cutthroat world that he lives in. He doesn't look exactly like the Predator from the original, but I think that's also kind of the point. This is a different character. That was an antagonist, you know, that was a monster we had to kill in the jungle, and it was fucking sick when Arnold Schwarzenegger was able to do that. This is a totally different story, and I think that's the thing that has me the most excited about Predator Badlands, is that we're getting into something completely fresh here, something we have not seen yet in this series before. And it's a secret Alien vs. Predator film, I think. The last thing we see from the trailer, which I think is just a really funny note to end this video on, is a bunch of phallic-looking jungle vines like snaking through the trees and attacking our young predator here. This obviously was not the intention, but it gives me dick vibes, man. One thing is for sure though, Dan Trachtenberg is in the kitchen cooking, baby. I think that there are so many different film franchises right now that have a multiversal element to them that feels redundant or just feels like literally the thing we saw a year ago. But here with Alien vs. Predator, we've established that these two things are in universe, even if it was just from that one joke in Predator 2, which is the reason for all of this, which I love Predator 2 for that reason, let me tell you. But there's such a great reason to put both of these creatures in the same universe. They're kind of foils of each other. Predators are motivated to kill the craziest thing, the most tough creature in the galaxy. And here it is, it's the xenomorph, man. It's literally described as the perfect organism in that franchise. It makes so much sense to pit these two things together. So while most things that are all in this conjoined universe don't often feel congruent to me, this is something that works so well. They could do 100 more Alien vs. Predator movies and I will not complain. So Mr. Trachtenberg, I cannot wait to see what you've cooked up, potentially with your buddy Fede. Let's see if Badlands here sets up a new AVP movie. Fingers crossed, baby. Hey everybody, if you liked what you saw in this video, please make sure to subscribe, stop doing that window shopping, and come on in. Also, check out my gaming channel, GullGotha. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. Help us hit our goal there and watch some of the spooky videos. How do you guys feel about the Predator Badlands trailer? Let me know down in the comments below. I am hyped up. Thank you all again for watching. Please subscribe, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.